There are things that would be cool to see, but the characters have no reason to do it. I know. Isn't it sad? I honestly think that the coolest ending would be you guys going to the first material plane to learn her true name and getting an elven mage that can cast maze and escorting him through her lair to have him trap her in a gem. I think if you go the direct combat route, it's going to end up being somewhat anticlimactic encounter. Arc Thomas, not going to lie, that does sound like a pretty cool sort of quest line to win the game, right? We find a way to plane shift through this book, probably. We go to the first dragon plane. We find like Scoria's birthplace or something, and then like work out her true name that way. We come back. We go to the elves and we speak to this person. We use the wish scroll to get a scroll of Trap the Soul, which is the level 9 spell.
Yeah, boy.
We find, and we have to go somewhere to find like an incredibly huge gem worth like 30,000 gold pieces. She casts maze on the gem, and then we escort her through Scoria's dungeon to her lair to face her, where she can use the scroll to cast Trap the Soul on the gem and on Scoria, trapping her with her true name. It ignores magic resists, Barbek. Yeah. Yes way. I'll just double check, but I'm pretty sure. Spell forces the creature's life force and its material body into a special gem enchanted by the spellcaster. The creature must be seen by the caster when the final word is uttered. The spell can be triggered in one of two ways. First, the final word of the spell can be spoken when the creature is within spell range. This allows magic resistance, if any, and a saving throw versus spell to avoid the effect. If the creature's real name is spoken as well, any magic resistance is ignored, and the saving throw suffers a -2 penalty. Okay, so she gets a save at -2, so it's still kind of fucked, but it does ignore magic resistance and does incur a -2 to the save. The second method is far more insidious, for it tricks the victim into accepting a trigger object inscribed with the final spell word, automatically placing the creature's soul in the trap. To use this method, both the creature's true name and the trigger word must be inscribed on the trigger item when the gem is enchanted. A sympathy spell can also be placed upon the trigger item. As soon as the subject creature picks up or accepts the trigger item, its life force is automatically transferred into the gem without the benefit of magic resistance or a saving throw. The gem prison will hold the trapped entity indefinitely or until the gem is broken and the life force is released, allowing the material body to reform. If the trapped creature is a powerful creature from another plane, which it is, which could mean a character trapped by an inhabitant of another plane when the character is not on the prime material plane, it can be required to perform a service immediately upon being freed, otherwise the creature can go free once the gem imprisoning is broken. Before the actual casting of the Trap the spell, the wizard must prepare the prison, a gem of at least 1000 GP value for every hit die of the creature. So that's like a level 3,200 gold, sorry, 32,000 gold piece gem. If the gem is not valuable enough, it shatters when the entrapment is attempted. Note that while characters have no concept of level as such, the value of the gem needed to trap an individual can be researched. Remember that this value can change over time as the character advances. Rating the prison gem requires an enchant an item spell and the placement of a maze spell into the gem, thereby forming the prison to contain the life force. So, to cast these two spells, you have to be level 15 caster, which the elves theoretically have access to. So the elves could do this bit. We would obviously still need to find Scoria's true name, and we need to find the gem, and we need to find a way of getting the wizard with the scroll, or I'm the scroll, slash somehow giving the gem to Scoria as a way to like trap her. But I do think that that is possible. If the amulet you got teleports you to the dragon plane, you could try to find information on Scoria there, like her real name. Yeah, we could, but the bigger problem would be getting out. If you do end up doing the take one of Scoria's gold thing, go to Stormscale Lake beforehand and find one of Nixium's old scales to leave in her lair. No, because the plan is to make her think that it's her own minions that are stealing from her, not that the gold dragon is stealing from her. Wouldn't it be better to just wish for Scoria's soul to be trapped rather than a scroll? Because then you would have to make a check to cast 2 9th level scrolls as opposed to 1. Well, I mean, yeah, but I think you can use the wish scroll to replicate any other scroll, any other spell. So I think you could use the wish scroll to cast Trap the Soul. Yeah, I think maybe that's what you're saying, but yeah. And it's a really suitable way to kill Scoria, right? It's making good use of the wish scroll. It's making good use of our alliances with the elves, and it still involves 2 massive quests. 1, to find her true name, and 2, to find the gem, which one can only assume a gem like that is maybe not even on the prime material plane. Like, you might even have to go to the dragon plane to find a gem that large, right? Like, if there is any gems that large, they're probably being held by some fucking huge dragon in a different plane somewhere. Oh yeah, I bet you Scoria has a gem like that. If we could steal her gem and then inscribe it, etc., that'd be fitting. Killed by her own loot. That'd be good as well, because it would give her a cause to, like, take it back willingly.
Yeah,
like, we capture a minion, we Gaius him, we give him the gem, we say, take this back to Scoria. She picks it up, she looks at it, she sees that it's been inscribed with something, she reads it, and all of a sudden, whoosh, trapped. Problem is, though, we'd have to be there, because someone could just smash the gem and she'd immediately be released. So we'd have to be there when it happened. Okay, crazy idea about trap the soul in a Philosopher's Stone by taking out Vicious. It has to be a gem though. Philosopher's Stone's not a gem. But the Philosopher's Stone could potentially help in some way. I think if we had a Philosopher's Stone, we could go the first route and somehow deny her saving throw with the stone. You could wish Anton to have a stone heart, and if you can stop the fire, she just can't kill Anton in a fight. Wait, what? Why wouldn't she be able to kill him if he's got a stone heart? Would a minion of Scoria free her, just take the loot and leave? I feel like he might. It's too risky to... It's too risky, right, to leave it to chance. Would there be a treasure like the gem you need in other planes? I would assume that unless it's naturally growing out of the ground, there would be none. Offer the gem as tribute directly. I feel like she'd see through it. All non-magic damage gets reduced to 1. If he's got a stone heart, where is that? That's interesting. Oh, Heart of Stone. Oh, you're talking about all the ways to use high-level magic. Okay, let's have a look. Potent spell exchanges the Necromancer's own living heart for a finely crafted heart of perfect unblemished stone that alters the very nature of the wizard's body. So you can only cast it on yourself, so Anton wouldn't be able to cast it on Anton. Also, I think you have to be a necromancer. This does not allow us to kill Scoria easily, I think. Didn't the GTC crew steal the stone? Yeah, they did steal the stone, and then they attached it to the crown, thereby rendering it useless. And then Malachi ended up with the crown, and couldn't find any way to get the stone out of the crown, couldn't find any use for the crown, and had drawn the ire of Count Vicious. And I went there to try and smooth things over with him, and he was like, it's all chill if you give me back my stone. And I said, listen, real funny story about the stone, but the people that stole it weren't too bright, and they've like linked it up with some shitty magic item that's now of no use. I'm really sorry to bring you the bad news. And he was like, oh, it's all right, I can deal with that, bring it, just give me the crown. And I was like, all right, that's pretty chill, I'll do that, don't worry, I'll have it sent to you. How do you know it became useless? I did everything I could to identify that. Not they, don't say they. Alright, sorry Moon, yeah, I take it back, it wasn't your fault. Yeah, I take it back. If you can get to Scoria, what's the point of the gem plan if you can probably kill her even now with protection scrolls? I don't think we can kill her though. All Neil has to do is use Dispel Magic, and it's over. In lag, you should take up Jexel's earlier offer for loaded dice and then challenge Verossi to a game of dice for the fate of the valley. You'd literally cheat death. Oh, that is a good idea. That's funny. Although, I've played chess with death multiple times in Crusader Kings and it never works out for me. Neil will be like, you get Scoria in the gem, but the bottom half is still open, so it needs constant cards. Good one, Thiefco. Next time you're going to slay some dragon, I would definitely try and invis your way into its lair. If you had invis against Azeron, you could have avoided almost everything there. True? Yeah. Listen though, public service announcement, because I've seen so many people spell it wrong. Lair is spelled like this. L-A-I-R, okay? Not lair. A place where a wild animal, especially a fierce or dangerous one, lives. Not that I'm trying to shame you. It's probably not your first language English, so I'm not trying to make out like it's bad or anything that you don't know. But there you go. Now you do know. You're gonna roll max health on the level up after you kill Scoria? Yeah, probably. You need to go back to Azron's Leary, 100%. Well, I think we probably will end up when we activate the amulet. What do you think about Mutin saying something like, I have more gear than a 1,000-year-old dragon, and Kobe saying, yes, that is strange. Maybe he's just saying you guys are OP, but maybe something else. Neil does shit like that all the time, though. Neil will always, like, if you're complaining about something like, that doesn't sound right, he'll go, yeah, that is strange, isn't it? Like, he does that all the time. I'm not convinced that that alone is evidence that something's going on, you know? I don't think Neil hides his hints that much. No, I don't think it was particularly well hidden. I just don't think it was meant to be a hint. While Neil saying that is strange was not a giveaway, him noting the lack of gems was a dead giveaway. Yes, I agree, Candy, that the lack of gems and him noticing that's more of a giveaway that something's going on. True. Flip of Destiny throwing the crown into the stone.
Do the best good we can with what we have. But
I take out the crown from my backpack and I throw it at the stone.
Give me a roll to hit.
You just throw it?
Give me a roll to hit. Oh, 11, a 9 is a miss. It swirls just over the stone.
No, wait, I want to roll a 1d8. I want to use a battle die. One of my severity for precision. It's an 11. Is that enough to hit?
That's enough to hit. Yes, you hit the stone with the crown. We'll see you guys all next week for some Gnomes, Tomes, and Catacombs.
Wait, no, we have...
We're ending it here, buddy.
Don't we have an
No,
hour?
we're ending it here.
Wait.
This is it.
Good one. Good one, Steve. The true meaning of the world, clipped by Sir Slothman. So, basically, it's pretty unsatisfying, and you're gonna probably wish that you didn't know, but Neil basically just said that, the gods are basically just like playing a game. Like Malchus has his people, Verassi has their people, and like interfering with it too much ruins the fun, so they just don't do that. Basically, that was it. You don't matter. It's all just a game to us. We don't really care. That's it.